Turn on subtitles for better understanding. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the most complex issues in modern history. It began more than a century ago. It involves land, identity, and religion. Understanding its roots helps explain today's tensions. The region known as Palestine lies between the Mediterranean Sea and the Jordan River. It has been home to many peoples for thousands of years. Jews, Christians, and Muslims all see it as a sacred land. In ancient times, Jewish kingdoms existed in this area. Later, other empires ruled it, like the Romans and Ottomans. Over centuries, many cultures lived there together. The land became a mix of faiths and traditions. By the late 1800s, most people living there were Arab Palestinians. They spoke Arabic and followed Islam or Christianity. At the same time, Jewish communities lived in small towns. Life was mostly peaceful. In Europe, Jewish people faced discrimination and violence. Many dreamed of returning to their ancient homeland. This idea was called Zionism. It grew stronger in the 19th century. Zionist leaders wanted to create a safe home for Jews in Palestine. They believed it was their historical right. Some began moving there, buying land, and building farms. The Jewish population slowly increased. At that time, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire. The empire allowed Jewish immigration but kept control. Arabs worried about losing land. Tensions between groups started to rise. After World War I, the Ottoman Empire fell. Britain took control of Palestine under a League of Nations mandate. The British tried to manage both Jewish and Arab interests, but conflicts grew stronger. In 1917, Britain issued the Balfour Declaration. It supported a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. Arabs felt betrayed. They feared losing their own homeland. Jewish immigration increased during the 1920s and 1930s. Many fled persecution in Europe. They built new towns and farms. Palestinians protested and demanded limits. Violence sometimes broke out. During World War II, the Holocaust killed millions of Jews. Survivors sought refuge. Many wanted to move to Palestine. Sympathy for Jewish suffering grew worldwide. The idea of a Jewish state gained support. After the war, Britain struggled to control Palestine. Jewish groups fought for independence. Arabs resisted Jewish settlement. The situation became explosive. The United Nations stepped in. In 1947, the UN proposed dividing Palestine into two states, one Jewish and one Arab, Jerusalem would be international. Jews accepted the plan. Arabs rejected it. War soon followed. In 1948, Israel declared independence. Neighboring Arab countries attacked. The war ended with Israel controlling more land than planned. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians fled or were expelled. Palestinians called this event the Nakba, meaning catastrophe. They lost homes and villages. Many became refugees in neighboring countries. Their dream of a state disappeared. Israel became a new nation supported by Western countries. It built cities and welcomed Jewish immigrants. Palestinians lived in refugee camps. The division deepened between the two peoples. In 1967, another war changed everything. Israel fought Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. It captured the West Bank, Gaza Strip, and East Jerusalem. These areas became occupied territories. The occupation brought new problems. Palestinians lived under Israeli control. Settlements were built for Jewish citizens. Tensions grew as land and rights were disputed daily. The United Nations called for Israel to withdraw from occupied lands. Israel agreed, in principle, but kept control. Peace talks started and stopped many times. Trust was hard to build. Palestinians wanted their own state in the West Bank and Gaza. Israel wanted security and recognition. Both sides had deep fears, each saw history differently. Compromise was difficult. In the 1970s, violence continued. Palestinian groups attacked Israeli targets. Israel responded with military force. The conflict spread beyond borders. The world watched closely. In 1979, Egypt signed peace with Israel. It was the first Arab country to do so. Others refused. Palestinians still had no state. Their struggle continued. In the 1980s, frustration led to uprisings. Palestinians protested in the streets. These uprisings were called intifadas. They showed anger against occupation. Many lives were lost. The first intifada began in 1987. It was mostly led by young Palestinians. They threw stones and refused cooperation. Israel used force to control protests. The world demanded peace efforts. In the 1990s, hope returned. Israel and Palestinian leaders met for talks. The Oslo Accords were signed in 1993. They promised mutual recognition and steps toward peace. The Oslo Accords created the Palestinian Authority. It governed parts of the West Bank and Gaza. Many believed peace was near. But problems soon appeared again. Extremists on both sides opposed the agreement. Violence returned. Trust weakened. Settlements expanded. The dream of lasting peace faded quickly. People felt disappointed. In 2000, a second intifada began. It was more violent than the first. Suicide, bombings, and military attacks increased. Thousands died. Hope for peace collapsed. Israel built a barrier around the West Bank for security. Palestinians saw it as a symbol of separation. Movement became harder. Daily life grew more difficult. Hatred deepened. In 2005, Israel withdrew from Gaza. But conflict continued. The group Hamas took control there. It refused to recognize Israel. Tensions rose again. Since then, Gaza has faced blockades and wars. Rockets and airstrikes have caused many deaths. Civilians suffer most. Peace seems far away. Fear dominates daily life. The West Bank remains under partial Palestinian control. Israeli settlements keep expanding. Negotiations often fail. Both sides blame each other. The conflict feels endless. Jerusalem is a key issue. Both Israelis and Palestinians claim it as their capital. It holds holy sites for all three religions. Its future remains uncertain. International efforts continue. The United Nations and other countries try to mediate. Some support Israel. Others support Palestine. Politics complicate solutions. Many people around the world call for peace and justice. They want two states living side by side. But mistrust and violence block progress. The situation remains fragile. The conflict is not only about land. It is also about identity and history. Both peoples have deep emotional ties. Each sees themselves as victims. Understanding both sides is essential. Media and politics often make things worse. Stories can be biased or incomplete. Real peace requires empathy. Listening to both narratives helps build understanding. Young generations on both sides dream of a better future. They want safety and freedom. Many work for dialogue and cooperation. Hope still exists despite pain and loss. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict teaches the world about the cost of division. It shows how history shapes identity. Peace needs patience and respect. Learning helps reduce hate. Today, the conflict continues, but peace remains possible. Understanding its history is the first step. Dialogue and compassion can open doors. The world still hopes for reconciliation.